As twilight fades into evening, Edo begins to quiet. The bustling city transitions from day to night with a gentle rhythm. Wooden machiya townhouses line the narrow streets, their doors and windows gently closing as the day's activities wind down. These traditional houses would often feature sliding panels that could be closed for security and warmth. Paper lanterns flicker softly in the breeze, casting an amber glow over the rain-wet paths. The light from these simple lamps may have guided pedestrians safely through Edo's narrow streets, where packed earth paths crisscrossed with occasional wooden planks to prevent mud stains on clothing. The canals of Edo serve as both a transportation route and a source of water for daily life. Small bridges made of wood span over the waterways, allowing quiet passage from one side to another. The reflections in the calm water show the dimming sky above, creating an almost mirror-like surface that visitors might have noticed. Temple gates and shrines are scattered throughout the city, offering places of worship and quiet reflection amidst the bustling urban environment. These sacred spaces would often be lit by a few candles or paper lanterns, adding to the serene ambience of Edo's night. The sound of gentle footsteps on wooden walkways can be heard, along with the occasional creaking of doors closing in the distance. The texture of rough-hewn wood and damp rain-wet earth paths underfoot creates an almost tactile sensation, while a slight chill in the air signals that evening is settling in. Cool, crisp atmosphere with hints of moisture from recent rainfall fills the spaces between buildings, creating an overall calm and serene ambience. In many parts of Edo, watchmen would patrol the streets to maintain order and ensure fire precautions were followed, their presence adding another layer of quiet security to the night. As the city prepares for rest, closed shopfronts indicate that most businesses have shut down for the evening. The soft glow from paper lanterns continues to guide those who remain awake through the dimly lit paths, while moonlit rooftops offer a serene view above the bustling streets below. In these quiet domestic interiors, families may gather around hearths or sit quietly in their rooms, perhaps reading by candlelight or simply resting after a long day. The city's transition into night is marked not just by physical changes but also by a shift in energy and pace, creating an atmosphere that invites calm reflection and rest. As dawn begins to softly arrive on the horizon, another cycle of Edo's daily life slowly starts anew. The soft glow of paper lanterns continues to illuminate the rain-wet paths, casting long shadows that dance gently with each breeze. The packed earth paths, now damp from recent rainfall, glisten under the dim light, reflecting amber hues and creating an almost ethereal quality to the streets. In many parts of Edo, watchmen would patrol the narrow lanes, their presence ensuring both security and adherence to fire precautions. These watchmen may have carried lanterns themselves, adding another layer of soft light to the night's ambience. Their quiet footsteps on wooden planks and occasional calls for order would echo through the silent streets. The canals of Edo now reflect the dimming sky above, offering a serene view as small wooden bridges span over the waterways. Visitors might have noticed the calm reflections in these waters, where moonlight begins to cast silvery streaks across the surface. The occasional ripple from passing boats or ducks would disturb this tranquility momentarily, but soon the canals return to their peaceful state. Temple gates and shrines scattered throughout the city provide a sense of spiritual calm amidst the bustling urban environment. These sacred spaces may have been lit by a few candles or paper lanterns, creating an almost ethereal glow that contrasts with the darkness around them. Inside these temples, visitors might find quiet courtyards where they could sit in contemplation under moonlit rooftops. As dawn softly arrives on the horizon, another cycle of Edo's daily life slowly starts anew. As the sun sets over Edo, the narrow streets transform into a world of shadows and soft light. The thoroughfares are often made from packed earth, their surfaces uneven and yielding underfoot. In some areas, wooden walkways have been laid down to ease walking, their boards creaking gently with each step. The machiya townhouses that line these streets would often close up for the evening, shopfronts shuttered to provide privacy and security. The dim glow of paper lanterns begins to appear above, hanging from poles or rooftops, casting a gentle light that dances on the uneven ground. These lanterns are essential after dark, illuminating paths and storefronts without the need for candles inside homes. The sound of footsteps echoes softly along these wooden walkways, occasionally interrupted by the creaking of doors as they close for the night. The dim, flickering light from paper lanterns creates a warm and inviting glow, casting soft shadows across the street. This calming atmosphere is conducive to rest and quiet contemplation. Visitors might have noticed the rough texture of wooden walkways underfoot, contrasting with the smoother packed earth in some areas. A cool evening air carries the scent of rain-wet paths and hints of wood smoke from distant hearths. The soft light from paper lanterns adds a layer of tranquility to the scene, making it easy to imagine the quiet domestic interiors behind closed doors. In many parts of Edo, watchmen would patrol these streets at night, ensuring fire precautions were in place and maintaining order. Their presence added an element of safety, allowing residents to feel secure as they went about their evening routines. As dawn softly arrives, the first light of morning begins to filter through gaps in the wooden shutters. The quiet domestic interiors slowly awaken, preparing for another day in this timeless city where each step is a journey into the past. Visitors might have noticed the occasional wooden bridge spanning a narrow canal, its surface slightly damp from recent rain. The soft glow of paper lanterns reflected off the water's surface, creating an ethereal shimmer that added to the calm atmosphere of the night. Along the canals, small boats may have glided silently by, their occupants moving with purpose yet without disturbance. In many parts of Edo, watchmen would patrol these streets and canals at night, ensuring fire precautions were in place and maintaining order among residents. Their presence was a reassuring reminder of safety, allowing people to feel secure as they went about their evening routines or retired for the night. The dim light from paper lanterns provided just enough illumination for them to navigate the quiet thoroughfares without disturbing the peaceful surroundings. The moonlight may have cast long shadows across rooftops and streets, illuminating the occasional temple gate with a soft silver glow. These gates stood as silent sentinels over their respective domains, their imposing yet serene structures adding an element of tranquility to the night's landscape. The gentle creaking of wooden doors and shutters closing for the evening would have been punctuated by the distant sound of water flowing through canals or the occasional rustling of leaves in the breeze. As dawn softly arrives, the first light of morning begins to filter through gaps in the wooden shutters. The quiet domestic interiors slowly awaken, preparing for another day in this timeless city where each step is a journey into the past. Under the soft glow of a moonlit sky, Edo's streets stretch out in quiet serenity. The wooden machiya townhouses stand close together, their sliding paper doors called shoji closed tightly against the night air. These doors would often be drawn shut to keep out drafts and light, ensuring that each home remained secluded from the outside world. Occasionally, a faint light may have been seen through a shuttered window, casting gentle shadows on the packed earth paths below. Inside these homes, it is likely that families gathered for simple evening activities. Meals would often be prepared with care, using ingredients sourced from nearby markets or family gardens. The soft clinking of utensils and the murmur of conversation may have filled the rooms as households shared their day's experiences. In many parts of Edo, canals line the narrow streets, providing both transportation and a vital water source for daily needs. At night, these canals would reflect the dim light from paper lanterns hanging above, creating an ethereal glow that danced across the surface of the water. The gentle rustle of leaves in the breeze might have been one of the few sounds to break the otherwise calm atmosphere. Wooden bridges crisscrossed over the canals, their rough textures worn smooth by countless footsteps. These paths would often be damp from recent rain, adding a cool moisture to the air that could be felt on the skin as one walked along them. The sound of water flowing gently through the canals provided a soothing backdrop, its rhythmic flow a constant reminder of Edo's connection to nature. Domestic life in these quiet streets would often involve simple chores and preparations for the next day. Laundry might have been hung out to dry on rooftops or near canal banks, where it could catch the morning dew. Watchmen, with their lanterns swinging softly from side to side, patrolled the neighborhoods, ensuring that all was well and that fire precautions were in place. As dawn began to soften the darkness of night, the first hints of light would start to filter through the closed shutters. Moonlit rooftops would gradually fade into a pale blue sky as the city slowly stirred from its slumber. The soft creaking of wooden shutters opening and closing marked the transition between night and day, signaling that another peaceful evening had passed in Edo's silent streets. With each passing moment, the tranquility of these quiet domestic interiors would blend seamlessly into the early morning light, carrying with it a sense of calm and renewal. In these quiet domestic interiors, families would often gather around hearths or small braziers for warmth and light. The low hum of conversation and occasional laughter would drift out through the closed shoji doors, blending softly with the night sounds outside. Meals prepared earlier in the evening might be enjoyed at low wooden tables, where bowls of rice and pickled vegetables were shared alongside steaming cups of tea. The gentle clinking of utensils and the soft rustling of paper screens as they were moved aside to pass dishes added a soothing rhythm to these nightly gatherings. Children may have been tucked into futons on raised platforms, their breaths growing steady as they drifted off to sleep under the watchful eyes of parents or grandparents. Outside, the narrow canals continued to flow gently, their waters reflecting the dim light from paper lanterns hung along the edges. These lanterns, often painted with simple floral designs, cast an ethereal glow that danced across the water's surface, creating a serene and almost magical atmosphere. The occasional splash of a fish breaking the surface would be the only disturbance in this tranquil scene. Wooden bridges crisscrossed over the canals, their rough textures worn smooth by years of use. These paths were often damp from recent rain, adding to the cool moisture that could be felt on one's skin as they walked along them. The soft patter of footsteps on the packed earth paths would occasionally echo through the quiet streets, a gentle reminder of life continuing in this peaceful city. Watchmen, with their lanterns swinging softly from side to side, patrolled the neighborhoods throughout the night. Their presence was reassuring, ensuring that all was well and that fire precautions were in place. The rhythmic sound of their footsteps on wooden planks or packed earth paths provided a comforting backdrop, mingling with the gentle flow of water through the canals. As dawn began to soften the darkness of night, the first hints of light would start to filter through the closed shutters and moonlit rooftops would gradually fade into a pale blue sky. The city slowly stirred from its slumber as the soft creaking of wooden shutters opening and closing marked the transition between night and day. Another peaceful evening had passed in Edo's silent streets, carrying with it a sense of calm and renewal into the new day. As the night falls over Edo, the city's canals reflect the silvery light of the moon. These waterways serve as vital transportation routes for goods and people, lined with wooden machiya townhouses that stand in quiet rows along their banks. The gentle sounds of flowing water create a soothing rhythm echoing softly throughout the night. The canals are often illuminated by moonlight, casting shimmering patterns across the surface onto simple wooden bridges that cross them. These bridges range from basic designs to more elaborate structures depending on their location within Edo. In many parts of the city, these bridges provide a tranquil path for those who need to travel at night under natural light. The paths leading down to the canal's edge are often packed earth or stone, sometimes damp and cool from recent rain. Footprints may be visible in the mud where someone has recently walked along the bank, adding subtle texture of human presence to the otherwise serene scene. The air is crisp with moisture carried on the breeze, as if the nearby water whispers secrets of the past. In dim light of paper lanterns hanging outside some machiya townhouses, one might catch glimpses of quiet domestic interiors where families have retired for the night. Shops are closed and shuttered, their owners having gone to rest early in accordance with the city's strict fire precautions and curfews. The only sounds breaking the silence are occasional footsteps or distant call of a watchman patrolling the streets. The canals themselves appear like silver ribbons weaving through Edo, reflecting not just moonlight but also silhouette of temple gates and other structures along their banks. These waterways create sense of depth and scale in city's layout, connecting different neighborhoods with fluid grace against solid architecture of wooden buildings. As dawn begins to softly arrive on the horizon, canals continue to reflect changing light, transitioning from moonlit silver to early morning hues. The quiet atmosphere of Edo's night gradually gives way to first whispers of a new day, but for now, under watchful gaze of the moon, streets and waterways remain silent and peaceful. Visitors might notice that canals were not just pathways for transportation but also served as natural drains, carrying away excess rainwater and sewage from residential areas. The gentle lapping of water against wooden sides of machiya townhouses created soothing melody cradling city in its embrace. Packed earth paths leading down to canal's edge were often damp and cool, their surfaces occasionally glistening with moisture from recent rainfall. Underfoot, the soft crunch of mud mixed with gravel added another layer of subtle sounds to night. Along these paths, one might encounter patches of moss or small shrubs growing between stones, their green hues contrasting softly against dark earth. In some parts of Edo, canals were bordered by wooden fences and low walls that kept residents safe from accidental falls into water. These barriers would often be adorned with simple decorations such as bamboo lanterns hanging from poles or small stone sculptures placed at intervals along their length. The air was filled with faint scent of damp earth and perhaps lingering aroma of incense from nearby shrines. Distant call of watchmen patrolling streets could sometimes be heard, their voices echoing softly over water. These watchmen were essential in maintaining order and enforcing curfews to prevent fires due to wooden construction of most buildings. As dawn began to soften night sky with its early hues, canals continued to reflect this transition, bathing city in gentle light that heralded start of new day. As the night deepens over Edo, a soft whisper of wind carries the distant sound of temple bells. The rhythmic chimes guide travelers through the silent streets, leading them towards the serene gates of temples that dot the city. These gates may have been simple yet elegant structures, serving as a transition from the bustling day to the tranquil night. The faint moonlight casts long shadows on narrow streets lined with wooden machiya townhouses and simple wooden bridges. The paths are packed earth, sometimes wet from recent rain, their smooth texture underfoot adding an element of calm to the evening stroll. Edo's canals reflect the pale glow of paper lanterns that hang along the water's edge, providing soft illumination for those who venture out after dark. Travelers in 18th-century Edo would often use the sound of bells as a guide towards temples for safety or spiritual comfort. The temple gates may have stood as welcoming portals, inviting weary souls into quiet courtyards where they could find solace and peace. Inside these grounds, visitors might have noticed the cool evening air mingling with hints of incense wafting from nearby shrines. The streets themselves were largely deserted at night, save for the occasional watchman patrolling the area to ensure fire precautions were in place. Shop fronts would be closed, their wooden shutters drawn tight against the darkness. The quiet domestic interiors behind these doors likely offered a stark contrast to the bustling day, with families settling into restful routines. As you walk along the canals, the gentle lapping of water against the banks is soothing. In some parts of Edo, simple wooden bridges arch gracefully over the waterways, their shadows dancing on the rippling surface under moonlight. The air feels cooler now, carrying a subtle fragrance from nearby gardens or perhaps the faint scent of incense still lingering in the breeze. The night is not entirely silent, distant sounds of soft conversation and occasional footsteps break the calm. Yet these are gentle reminders that despite the quiet, life continues within the city walls. For those who seek peace, the temple gates offer a sanctuary, their wooden frames weathered by time yet standing strong against the passage of years. As dawn begins to softly arrive on the horizon, the first light of morning casts an ethereal glow over Edo's silent streets. The moonlight gradually fades, replaced by a gentle warmth that signals the end of another peaceful night in this ancient city. The temple gates would often stand as silent sentinels, their wooden frames weathered by time yet still sturdy against the elements. These gates may have been adorned with simple carvings or painted with auspicious symbols, offering a glimpse of the tranquility that lay beyond. As travelers approached these entrances, they might have felt a sense of relief and peace, knowing they were entering sacred grounds. Inside the temple courtyards, visitors would often find themselves surrounded by lush gardens and serene ponds. The sound of water trickling from stone fountains or gently flowing over rocks could be heard in the distance, adding to the calming atmosphere. Lanterns hanging from eaves cast a warm glow, illuminating pathways that led deeper into the temple complex. The air within these courtyards would often carry the faint scent of incense, mingling with the cool evening breeze. Incense burners placed at various points around the grounds may have released wisps of smoke that drifted lazily through the night air. These scents could evoke a sense of reverence and spiritual reflection for those seeking solace. Beyond the temple gates, Edo's canals continued to meander through the city, their surfaces reflecting the pale glow of paper lanterns hanging from wooden bridges. The gentle lapping of water against the banks provided a soothing background sound, almost like a rhythmic heartbeat that pulsed with the life of the city. In some parts of Edo, these canals would be lined with small boats moored to wooden docks, their occupants perhaps sleeping or quietly tending to their vessels. The narrow streets around the temples were largely deserted at night, save for the occasional watchman making his rounds. These watchmen would often carry lanterns and move silently along the packed earth paths, ensuring that all was well. Their presence provided a sense of security for those who ventured out after dark, knowing that someone was watching over the city. As dawn began to softly arrive on the horizon, the first light of morning cast an ethereal glow over Edo's silent streets. The moonlight gradually faded, replaced by a gentle warmth that signaled the end of another peaceful night in this ancient city. As the sun sets over Edo, the city transforms into a realm of quietude and order. The watchmen, clad in traditional garments, begin their nightly patrol, ensuring that every corner of the bustling metropolis is secure. Their presence provides a sense of calm and safety to those who reside within these ancient walls. The streets are lined with wooden machiya townhouses, each one a testament to the craftsmanship of its time. The shoji screens and sliding doors would often be closed tightly at night, their lattice patterns casting intricate shadows on the packed earth paths below. In many parts of Edo, watchmen would check that no fires have been left unattended within these homes or shops. The soft glow from paper lanterns hanging outside each establishment casts a gentle light upon the wooden structures, creating an atmosphere of tranquility. The occasional sound of footsteps echoes through the narrow alleys, accompanied by the faint creaking of wooden bridges and the distant lapping of water against canals. In some areas, temple gates stand tall under the moonlight, their presence adding to the serene ambience. Visitors might have noticed that watchmen not only patrolled for safety but also acted as messengers, relaying important information between different parts of the city. They would often carry small scrolls or notes tucked securely within their garments, ensuring that communication remained uninterrupted throughout the night. The air is crisp and cool, carrying with it the scent of damp earth and the occasional waft from nearby gardens. The soft sound of raindrops on wooden shingles may have been heard as they gently tapped against rooftops, adding another layer to the symphony of nocturnal sounds. As dawn begins to softly arrive, the watchmen continue their rounds, ensuring that every shop front is securely closed and that no potential hazards remain unaddressed. The city, in its quiet domesticity, prepares for a new day, while the night watchmen maintain the order and peace that define Edo's tranquil nights. The streets of Edo, under the careful gaze of these watchmen, are a testament to the balance between human activity and natural tranquility. Each step they take, each lantern they pass, contributes to an enduring sense of calm that permeates this historic city. In many parts of Edo, temple gates stood tall and imposing under the moonlight, their presence adding an air of solemnity to the quiet streets. Visitors might have noticed that these gates were often left open at night, allowing the cool breeze to flow freely through the courtyards within. The distant sound of a bell or a chant from within could occasionally drift out into the night, blending with the natural sounds around them. The packed earth paths beneath the watchman's feet would often be damp and soft after rain, each step leaving subtle impressions in the soil. In some areas, the faint smell of incense carried on the breeze, mingling with the scent of wet earth and hinting at nearby shrines or private altars within homes. As dawn began to softly arrive, the watchmen continued their rounds, ensuring that every shopfront was securely closed and that no potential hazards remained unaddressed. The city, in its quiet domesticity, prepared for a new day, while the night watchmen maintained the order and peace that define Edo's tranquil nights. The streets of Edo, under the careful gaze of these watchmen, are a testament to the balance between human activity and natural tranquility. Each step they take, each lantern they pass, contributes to an enduring sense of calm that permeates this historic city. As the rain begins to fall softly on Edo's rooftops, a gentle patter fills the air. The thatched and tiled roofs of the wooden Machiya townhouses catch each droplet, creating a soothing rhythm that echoes through the narrow streets below. Moonlight filters through the clouds, casting an ethereal glow over the city's wood-framed structures, their silhouettes standing out against the dark sky. The packed earth paths become slick with rainwater, adding to the atmospheric texture of the night. Wooden walkways and bridges cross quiet canals, blending seamlessly into the tranquil setting. Paper lanterns hang from closed shop fronts, their soft illumination barely piercing the darkness but enough to guide weary travelers home. Temple gates stand as silent sentinels along many streets, their presence a reminder of the spiritual life within the bustling city. The cool, damp air carries with it the scent of wet earth and distant incense from temples, mingling with the quiet sounds of the night. Watchmen patrol the streets, their voices barely audible in the calm atmosphere. In many parts of Edo, fire precautions were a constant concern. Roofs may have been coated with mud or covered with sand to prevent accidental fires that could spread quickly through the wooden structures. The city's residents would often close their shopfronts early at night, leaving behind a quiet and contemplative scene as the rain continued its gentle descent. Moonlight casts long shadows across the rooftops, highlighting the intricate designs of each Machiya house. Inside these dwellings, families may have gathered around hearths or small lanterns, sharing stories and tending to their daily routines in the soft glow of candlelight. The sound of raindrops on wooden shingles creates a calming backdrop, inviting a sense of peace and reflection. As dawn begins to arrive softly, the city gradually awakens from its slumber. The first light of morning filters through the clouds, casting a warm hue over the wet streets and rooftops, signaling the beginning of another day in Edo. The rhythmic sound of raindrops continues to fill the air, each drop a gentle reminder of the passing night. Along the packed earth paths, puddles form and reflect the faint glow from paper lanterns hanging above closed shop fronts. The soft illumination barely breaks through the darkness but provides just enough light for those who still traverse the streets. Canals wind their way through Edo's urban fabric, their calm surfaces reflecting fragments of moonlight that dance upon the water. Simple wooden bridges cross these quiet channels, allowing pedestrians to move safely between neighborhoods. The occasional splash from a raindrop hitting the canal's surface adds another layer to the night's symphony. Temple gates stand as silent sentinels along many streets, casting long shadows under the moonlit sky. Inside these temples, incense may have burned steadily throughout the night, its scent mingling with the cool, damp air that permeates the city. Visitors might have noticed the faint glow of lanterns within temple courtyards, a soft beacon in the darkness. Watchmen patrol the streets, their voices barely audible as they call out to one another or warn passers-by about potential dangers. Their presence ensures some level of safety and order on these quiet nocturnal journeys. In many parts of Edo, fire precautions were taken seriously due to the city's wooden construction. As dawn begins softly, the first light of morning filters through the clouds, casting a warm hue over the wet streets and rooftops. This gradual shift signals the end of the night's tranquility as Edo slowly awakens. The city's residents may have begun their day with simple routines, perhaps opening shopfronts or tending to household chores in the soft glow of early morning light. Inside the wooden machiya townhouses, families might have gathered around hearths or small lanterns, sharing stories and preparing for the new day ahead. The sound of raindrops on wooden shingles continues as a calming backdrop, inviting a sense of peace and reflection before the bustling activities of the coming hours. As dawn breaks over Edo, the first rays of sunlight illuminate the rooftops and streets. The city awakens slowly, its residents stirring from restful slumber as the world around them gradually comes alive. In many parts of Edo, this hour was considered sacred, marking a transition from night to day with quiet reverence. The air is crisp and fresh, carrying the scent of early morning. Gentle sunlight filters through gaps between wooden machiya townhouses, casting warm hues on rain-wet earth paths that glisten in the light. The texture of wet stone and wood underfoot feels cool but invigorating, as if nature herself is waking up alongside the city's inhabitants. In the narrow streets, canals reflect the rising sun's golden glow, creating a tranquil mirror-like surface. Simple wooden bridges stretch over these waterways, their shadows dancing on rippling waters below. The chirping of birds adds to the serene atmosphere, as if nature celebrates the new day with soft melodies. As dawn progresses, residents may begin daily routines. However, streets remain relatively quiet until later in the morning. Wooden machiya townhouses line narrow pathways, their paper lanterns hanging from eaves like gentle sentinels. Closed shop fronts and temple gates stand silent witnesses to Edo's awakening. Canals play an essential role in Edo's life, serving as vital transportation routes for goods even during early hours. Small boats navigate these waterways with rhythmic splashes that echo softly against wooden walls of buildings lining the banks. In many cases, watchmen patrol streets to ensure fire precautions are in place before day's activities begin. Their quiet presence adds another layer of tranquility to this early morning scene, lanterns casting long shadows as they move through the city. Moonlit rooftops from the previous night now give way to a soft golden hue, transforming Edo into an almost ethereal realm. As dawn arrives softly over Edo, visitors might notice a unique blend of quiet domestic interiors and bustling preparations for the day ahead. The air carries a sense of peace and anticipation, as if the city itself is taking a deep breath before fully embracing the new day. With each passing moment, light grows stronger, casting longer shadows across packed earth paths and wooden structures that define Edo's unique urban atmosphere. Yet even as the world around begins to stir more actively, there remains an underlying sense of calm and serenity in this early morning hour. As dawn spreads across Edo, canals shimmer with a delicate golden hue, reflecting early morning sun's rays. Gentle ripples in the water are barely noticeable, as if the very surface is holding its breath at this sacred hour. Alongside narrow streets, wooden machiya townhouses line up like quiet sentinels, paper lanterns hanging from eaves now dim and less prominent under growing daylight. Packed earth paths crisscrossing the city remain damp from overnight rain, glistening softly in morning light. The wet stone and wood feel cool yet invigorating beneath one's feet, a reminder of nature's presence even within the bustling urban environment. In many parts of Edo, residents may have been stirring, preparing for their day while maintaining a sense of peace and quiet reverence. Visitors might notice that as dawn progresses, small boats navigate canals with rhythmic splashes, moving goods along these vital waterways. Watchmen responsible for fire precautions often patrol streets during this time, ensuring safety before the city fully awakens. Their lanterns cast long shadows on packed earth paths, adding another layer of tranquility to an already serene atmosphere. The chirping of birds continues to fill the air with soft melodies, their songs blending harmoniously with gentle sounds of Edo's awakening. Closed shop fronts and temple gates stand silent witnesses to this early morning scene, doors still firmly shut, hinting at day's commerce yet to come. As dawn arrives softly over Edo, residents likely felt a deep sense of peace and anticipation, as if the city itself was taking a collective breath before fully embracing the new day.